They could be overmatched. They could be overawed. They will give it everything, but can Indonesia cause Brazil any problems? It would be going some for a Brazilian side that's looking to peak in 2019. Back in those South American Championships for a place in the Under-20 World Cup that year. If they could win this tournament and become the 9th Brazilian team to win at Toulon, it would be quite an achievement, but don't write it off. How good are they? Simple answer. It's going to get us underway, the big centre forward. And we are underway. So many classic Brazilian types of player, and they appear time and again in these young sides. Here's Michael Rangel. Forward by Gabriel Cazu. Brazil looking to make a bright start. Oh, and they might just. It's an early opportunity, but it's dragged by Gabriel Novaes. Worrying signs already. Really good play. Out wide by Paulo Vitor. Just couldn't get it out from his feet, Novaes. Now Mohamed Lutfi. Several of this Indonesian squad from the forward. Fabricio Oya to deliver. Can they get one of the big centre halves free here? There it is from Oya. No, they couldn't, is the answer. Marasa Bessi. Whipped up in the air by Emerson. It's a poor challenge. Really clumsy there. Cipriano just jumped into the defender. Indonesia recycle and get going. They're going to need the half-time break. Some life back in those legs, which are surely been stretched way more than Brazil's have. Oh yeah. Now Vinicius. Marasa Bessi. Fabricio Oya. Here's Emerson, hits it and it's well saved, but then turns it. No flag. And it's Gabriel Novaes who finally breaks through from Brazil. Will the goalkeeper think that he should have done a little bit better? Fumbled it a bit, but into the path of Novaes. Emerson who let fly. There was no flag correctly. Yeah, disappointed. It swerved and he could only get his palms to it. And what a disappointment that is for Indonesia. Now Marasa Bessi. Minute and a half to go in this first half. Indonesia don't want to fall apart now in these moments. Here's Paulo Vitor. Oya had made a good run and Paulo Vitor didn't look for him, or didn't see him. Suleiman Witan looking for Egy Maulana. Minute to go in this first half. Just when it looked as if Indonesia were going to get to half-time at 0-0. That That was taken away from them, and maybe Brazil now will build on it. It would certainly have been a big relief. Now Paulo Vitor. Marasa Bessi. Cut out by Emerson. Minute to be added on. It's Paulo Vitor. Michael Rangel outside him. A second would be a real blow for Indonesia. Keeper trusts his defenders, and Oyo drags it wide.
Bapak mau check outnya kapan?
Now the new man, Tuku Fadil, giving it away, and that was his first touch. Now Juninho, and it bounces through, and just before Cipriano could get a touch, it's closed up by Firzo, who's had a good game at left back. This relief man on the field is Tuku Fadil, who gave the ball away. Here he is again, that's better from him. To drift the pass in behind. Laga wasn't happy at all with that. Might be happier in a moment. He's playing as centre forward now. The left-footed substitute. Indonesia might get a look at goal, and they did, but it was unconvincing. So, Auto cutting inside on his left. He flies in, he's a hero. And they're enjoying themselves anyway. What a performance this has been from Indonesia. Emerson showed far too much of it to Firzo. And Vinicius robbed of possession. They crowded him out, but Brazil have it back. Pablo Silva. He wins the free kick cleverly there, Silva. Vinicius. Marcos Cipriano. Now Emerson. He's looking to tee it up, but couldn't find the right pass. Foul there was by Igor as we head for the final 3 minutes. Egy Maulana now. Here's Emerson. Throw from Firzo. He's played well in that role, just in front of the back four, mopping everything up. Back with Lutfi now. Forward towards the left back, Firzo. Missa needed to be careful there. And the pass goes astray. To the final 2 minutes now in Salon de Provence. What a day we've had here with the Czechs beating the Scots in a brilliant game, 3-2, and Indonesia taking Brazil all the way. Here's Egi Maulana, he's got players in the middle. He's going to go on his own, he is, and it's held by Felipe Megiolaro. Was that the last chance? Goodness me, Brazil have been given a real game. Players in the middle, but he went on his own. Emerson has been Brazil's best player down, holding his hamstring. You always wonder if it breaks. Just 3. Now Vinicius going to charge on his own, try and line it up. Loses his footing. Not what the team required at that point. Clears up. Here's Reski. Fumble there by Riandi. It's that goal just before half-time by Gabriel Neves that is going to give Brazil the win unless Indonesia manage to find a way through. Hit the crossbar in the second half. Indonesia so close. Other chances as well. They do deserve a draw, they really do. Their all-round play, and indeed for the chances they created in this second half. Indonesia can start to channel this kind of performance going forward at senior level. They could be in the mix for qualification. Put a lot of money into football in the country and getting it right by the looks of this anyway. As I mentioned at the start, there's been a lot of criticism of them at this level, but they've done pretty well. That was cynical, though. It's going to be a free kick, Brazil on the edge of the area. Should be a yellow card as well. Nuridayat it was. And the referee is going to show him yellow, as he has to. And this might well be the last action of the game, and Brazil will start with a win. And Nuridayat gets the card. Second player booked after the left-back fears up. Michael Rangel, one of them who stands over it. Igor is the other. This will be the final act of the day. Day 3 of this Tournoi Maurice Revello here in Salon de Provence. 2-0 would be really harsh on Indonesia. Michael Rangel on the right, Igor on the left. Igor, I think, is favourite. And Igor hits it into the wall, and that is the end. Brazil hold on for the win, but it's Indonesia who leave with so much credit here. Goal from Gabriel Neves 2 minutes before half-time. Carlos Amadeo's team start with a win, but it is not one